Every morning, millions of older adults wake up and follow routines they've done for decades, simple habits that seem harmless, comforting, and automatic. But as a brain doctor who has spent years treating patients recovering from stroke, I can tell you something most people never hear. One of the most common morning habits after age 60 can triple your stroke risk, quietly damaging your brain long before you feel a single symptom. And the scariest part? Almost everyone does it without thinking twice. Let me explain this clearly and calmly, because the goal of this video is not to scare you, it's to protect you. Every day, I see patients who come into the hospital shocked, saying, "But doctor, I've always lived a normal life. How did this happen so suddenly?" And when we dig into their routines, we find clues that were hiding in plain sight. Clues that could have prevented everything. The number one morning habit that drastically raises your stroke risk after 60 is getting out of bed too quickly, especially after a night of poor sleep or dehydration. It sounds simple, almost harmless, but the science is undeniable. When you're asleep, your blood pressure naturally drops. Your blood becomes slightly thicker because you haven't had water for 6 to 8 hours. And your brain, your delicate, oxygen-hungry brain, is in a vulnerable state the moment you open your eyes. Now imagine this: you suddenly sit up, stand fast, or rush toward the bathroom. Your blood pressure has no time to adjust. Oxygen momentarily drops. The vessels in your brain come under intense pressure, like a balloon stretched too thin. That sudden spike, or drop, can trigger what we call orthostatic stress, and in older adults with stiff or plaque-filled arteries, that moment can be catastrophic. This is why so many strokes, especially mini-strokes, happen in the first hour after waking up. Not because the person was sick. Not because they were weak. But because the brain was shocked before it was ready. And the tragedy is that this risk builds quietly. No pain. No warnings. Just a habit repeated every day at the exact moment your brain is least prepared. But here's the good news: changing this one morning behavior can dramatically reduce your risk. And in this video, I'll show you exactly what to do instead, using scientifically backed techniques we teach stroke risk patients in hospitals. Follow along, because every step I'm about to share could add years of stronger, sharper, healthier life to your brain. The first thing you should do when you open your eyes is pause for 10 to 20 seconds. Let your body wake up before you move. During this time, take one slow breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. This gentle breathing increases oxygen flow and signals your blood vessels to relax. Next, before sitting up, wiggle your toes, rotate your ankles, and squeeze your calves. These tiny movements activate circulation in your lower body, helping push blood upward so you don't experience a sudden drop when standing. Then, instead of sitting straight up, roll to your side first. Use your arm to push yourself up slowly. This technique stabilizes your blood pressure, giving your brain time to adjust. Once sitting, place your feet flat on the floor and take another 3 deep breaths. Only then should you stand up, slowly, gently, as if giving your body permission to wake up at its own pace. Now, let's talk about the second issue that worsens the morning stroke risk: dehydration. After age 60, your thirst signal becomes weaker. You may feel fine, but your body is running on low fluid reserves. Thick blood moves slower. Slower blood causes more pressure. And more pressure increases stroke risk. When you stand up quickly while dehydrated, it's like shaking a bottle that's already overfilled. You dramatically increase the chance of something bursting. The easiest solution is simple: after sitting up, drink half a glass of room temperature water. Cold water shocks the system, but room temperature water gently rehydrates your brain and blood vessels. It helps normalize blood flow before you start moving around. This habit alone has helped countless patients reduce dizziness, morning headaches, and most importantly, stroke-triggering pressure fluctuations. Another morning mistake that multiplies your risk is holding your breath while straining, especially during the first bathroom visit. Many older adults do this unconsciously, and it causes a dangerous spike in intracranial pressure. If you ever find yourself pushing too hard or getting lightheaded while on the toilet, your brain is warning you. Never ignore that. Simple changes like increasing fiber intake and hydrating earlier in the morning can eliminate this silent daily danger. But morning habits go beyond physical actions. Your brain chemistry also shifts dramatically after 60. Cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes in the morning. This is normal, but if you immediately check your phone, dive into stressful news, or confront emotional triggers right after waking, cortisol skyrockets. Chronic morning stress hardens arteries, raises blood pressure, and accelerates inflammation in the brain. Over time, that combination sets the stage for stroke. Instead of grabbing your phone, spend the first 5 minutes of your day in calm activity, deep breathing, stretching, looking outside, or listening to soft sounds. These small adjustments reset your brain's stress system, lowering your overall stroke risk far more than most people realize. Let's get even more specific. If you wake up with stiff legs, numb hands, or a heavy head, those are not normal signs of aging. They are early warnings that your blood circulation is struggling. If you frequently feel dizzy or see black spots when getting out of bed, your brain is telling you that your morning blood pressure regulation needs urgent attention. These are the patients who end up in our emergency rooms saying, "I just thought it was age." No. It's your body asking for help. Another habit to avoid immediately after waking is bending down quickly, such as picking something off the floor or putting on shoes while standing. This sudden shift in head position can cause a rapid pressure change inside the skull. Always sit down to dress, and avoid sudden head movements for the first 10 minutes after waking. Here is the morning routine neurologists recommend for adults over 60. Wake up slowly. Breathe deeply for 10 to 20 seconds. Activate your feet and calves. Roll to your side and sit up gently. Drink half a glass of water. Stand slowly, not quickly. Stretch your neck, shoulders, and upper back for 1 minute. Avoid screens or stressful conversations for the first few minutes. Move lightly to stimulate circulation before starting your day. This routine takes less than 3 minutes, but the impact on your brain is massive. When your brain receives steady oxygen and pressure-regulated blood flow, it thrives. Your memory stays sharp. Your mood stays calm. Your balance improves. And most importantly, your stroke risk drops dramatically. I've seen patients in their mid-70s who adopted this routine and reversed years of morning dizziness and fogginess. And I've seen others who ignored these signs and experienced strokes that could have been prevented. The difference isn't luck, it's awareness. Your brain is your most precious organ. It controls your memories, your personality, your ability to walk, speak, love, and think. Protecting it starts with the first moments of your day. It starts with slowing down, hydrating, breathing, and giving your brain the gentle awakening it deserves. If you're over 60, or if you love someone who is, share this message. One small morning change can mean the difference between independence and disability, between a healthy long life and a preventable tragedy. Your morning habit matters more than you think. Your brain deserves better. And starting tomorrow, you can give it exactly that.